I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see. But that doesn't make sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you?
Ja, das ist alles, was ich habe. Und es steht alles da drin.
I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miss Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
The victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot.
So wie Larry.
Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing the pistol was thrown. When the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is stated the pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
Woran kann man denn an der Pistole sehen, dass sie zweimal abgefeuert wurde oder inzwischen dreimal? An den Spuren in der Pistole oder? Hä?
Oder weil das ein Revolver ist und da 6 Plätze sind und 3 sind noch belegt, frei, was auch immer. Wer schießt mit einem Revolver 2001?
Mir fällt gerade auf, dass der DL6-Incident genau zu dem Zeitpunkt spielt, wo das Spiel rauskam. Und wir sind jetzt 15 Jahre in der Zukunft fast. Oh mein Gott. Fehlende Kugeln, Schmauchspuren? Naja, wahrscheinlich die fehlenden Kugeln. Aber man kann die ja nachfüllen oder rausnehmen. What? I see. Soll er mit der Laserwaffe schießen? You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time.
Macht nur das Beste, macht die dicksten Löcher.
Do we have any proof that the other shot had something to do with this case? Haben wir?
Stimmt, aber was denn?
Auf dem Bild sieht man ein Einschussloch vom Glas des Aufzugs. Und der Vater steht nicht davor, oder da ist auch kein Blut dran. Das heißt, es ging nicht durch sein Herz durch, weil die Pistole ja in seinem Herz steckte. Es gibt, ja, okay, alles klar. I know everything. Yes, we have proof. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible!
Now, Mr. von Kammer, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this case?
Ja, habe ich.
Eine ging ins Herz, andere ging in die Aufzugtür. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Your Honor, please. Please get a clue.
Show the judge the contradiction in this photograph. Das Einschussloch. Nicht wahr? It should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor,
Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
it's simple, Your Honor.
At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary page, that's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Aber was bedeutet das?
Kein Hinweis. Es gab 2 Hinweise, quasi. Allein die Einschusslöcher. Kann mir doch keiner erzählen. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
Ach so. Dieser Hinweis. He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found.
Aber wo soll es denn sonst herkommen? Soll das Glas durch das Erdbeben ein Einschussloch erhalten haben? Denkt mal nach, Kinders! Denkt mal nach!
Irgendjemand hat die Kugel mitgenommen. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Was denn bitte? Ein Speer? Und wo kommt der her? Wo war er? Versuch dich nur auszureden.
Order! I will have order!
Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defendant's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person. Someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick!
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So, you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
Oh no.
He's confessing. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor! I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object,
Nick! I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it exists.
What? We've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realized that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just, someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
Murderer.
The murderer. Then tell us just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet. Why would he?
Huh?
First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
He didn't need it? He did have to find it?
Einzige Möglichkeit,